Okay, now that we're depressed about Star Wars,
I'm not.
let's move on to Elon Musk. He's retweeting Andrew Colvett, who says, "We do not have enough people in prison in this country."
What?
And
But
Elon Musk says, "True."
why would we need more people in prison? We have the highest prison population of any first world fucking country.
Yeah, like 25% of the world's incarcerated population are in the States.
We are the incarceration capital. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fenix making it worse because America uses prisoners as slave labor.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah, and that's bad.
Elon Musk is an idiot. I will be very happy the day he dies.
He's also an immigrant. Let's deport him.
He would still
Report him to
speak on
ICE,
Twitter. I don't.
Yeah, I know.
I want the option where he
not if
doesn't
he's
speak
in
on
an
Twitter
ICE
anymore.
not if he's in an ICE detention facility. So they would take his phone away. But that would never happen because he has money, and we know that if you have money, you're immune to laws.
Yeah, basically. Or if you're, the president of Honduras.
Yeah. Biggest drug trafficker in the world. Pardoned.
Yep. Bomb the
You're on a boat. You're on a boat fishing and maybe trafficking some cocaine.
bombed.
You're dead.
Double tapped even.
Executed. Not life. Like you just executed. Like if they were actually guilty of the crimes they were being accused of, then it's a few years in prison. But rather than actually give them the chance to prove themselves innocent, or actually rather innocent until proven guilty, remember? They just execute them. Anyway, yeah. We're sad again.
We are.
Okay, Nick Adams says, "This is the most honest, transparent, and ethical administration in American history." Says 5 years of winning, 0 scandals.
But what? But Legal Eagle did an entire video about all the fucking scandals.
It's not even all the scandals. It's just the 200 crimes that he's committed in this past year. Less than a year.
0 scandals.
Because, like, not every scandal is a crime. Because they're like, here's the thing. The thing that makes me so angry about this tweet is that it's just so, I mean, it's Nick Adams, so I don't know why I would expect any different, but it's just so fucking obviously dumb. It's like, a scandal is like when a bunch of people get mad at someone doing something that's against decorum.
And that objectively happens all the fucking time.
Yeah. So, like, Obama's tan suit was a scandal.
It was objectively a scandal, yes.
I would say it should not have been a scandal. It's weird that it was a scandal, but it was a scandal. You don't just get to say that it wasn't a scandal because you don't think it's scandalous. If people make a big deal out of it, it was a scandal.
And people made a big deal out of it. It was weird that they did, but they did.
This does remind me, in my video from a little while ago, I talked about the development of wings and how it happened in vertebrates 3 separate times. And one of them was the pterodactyl, and its pinky finger is like attached to like the wing membrane, which attaches to its foot. And I made a joke about how you should never drink tea with the pterodactyl because it'll always stick its pinky finger out further than you.
Okay.
And when I was searching, like before I had Piper draw me up a picture of a pterodactyl drinking tea with me, I was like, okay, I'll just use a picture or a video of someone drinking tea with their pinky out. And I came across this guy who's like this British guy who explains the various like etiquette
and
protocols and everything of like, well, he knows the American ones as well, because like if you're eating in England, your fork is in your right hand, your tines are always facing down, and you cut with your left hand, and then you take your bite with the fork with the tines facing down or whatever. But if you're in America, you have your fork in your left hand and your knife in your right hand, and you cut the thing, and then after it's cut, you transfer the fork from your left hand to your right hand, and the tines facing up, you put it in your mouth and take your bite or whatever. And he's explaining all this bullshit. And in one of the videos I saw of him, somebody asked him the question like, why do we need this etiquette stuff? Why is it important? And his answer was like, oh, do you not say please and thank you? Of course etiquette is important. It's all about manners. The same please. It's like, okay, motherfucker, what hand your fork is in is not on the same level as being polite to other human beings. Nobody fucking cares, or nobody should fucking care what hand your fork is in when you're eating your dinner. Anyway, I got mad at the etiquette guy because he's Like, using the fact that we all prefer it when people are polite to say that it's important which hand your fork is in when you're cutting your meat.
Jeez.
I think etiquette is dumb. And I actually watched a video on that recently where they were talking about some of these specialized table cutlery things that they had like in the Victorian era, where there's like a specialized spoon specifically for dishing out your tomatoes, and a pair of scissors that are for cutting little bunches of grapes off of the bigger bunch of grapes and things like that. And how like the whole etiquette thing surrounding like how the proper way to do all this stuff is essentially rich people playing with their food before they eat it.
Use the salad fork, darling. Don't use the dinner fork. They're different.
It's like,
they're
who fucking cares?
Different.
It is getting the food from the table into my mouth.
That's what a
Why does it
plebeian
matter?
would say. That's what a plebeian would say. Don't listen to the commoners. Don't listen to the peasants. They know nothing of structure.
Yeah, but I agree. It's just playing with your food for rich people.
That said, you had to pop away and you had entertain. You had me entertain people. I'm gonna do the same thing. Bye.
Sirs is going to poop.
Yep, that's not what's happening, but sure, why not?
That's what the emoji says. It's a marker of whether or not you belong to the in-group. How did we get here? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not paying attention to my own conversation. You think I know how we arrived at a particular endpoint? I think the etiquette thing helps create in-group and out-group. One of the fascinating things I did learn from that, though, is that the elbows on the table rule, apparently it actually originated from like back in medieval times when your table would not like be a proper table. It was just like a board held up on legs. So if you put your elbows on the table, it would actually like knock the whole thing over. And so that's why you're not supposed to put your elbows on the table. Not really relevant in today's day and age. I always thought it had to do with the service staff, because if your elbow's on the table, the service staff can't put your food in front of you. And like maybe that's because I was a server for so long. It's so much easier serving people that do not have their elbows on the table. But at the same time, if somebody has their elbows on the table, I can just be like, "Excuse me, I've got your food." And then they go, "Oh, yes, thank you." And they take their elbows off the table, and then I can put the food down in front of them. But I don't, because it feels weird and makes my arms go numb. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I'm a forearms on the table kind of guy. I will lean on the table, but it's not usually elbow on. It's like I'll be leaning forearms on, and then I remember what like if I'm in a restaurant doing this, I'll remember what it's like being a server. That, and as soon as I see someone coming towards my table, I'll like back off and sit back and like, yep, nope, no elbows on the table this time. Okay, are you guys hearing my chair? Because it is really squeaky to me. I don't know what's happening with my fucking chair, but the squeaking has gotten really nasty recently. And it's actually a pain in the butt when I'm recording my main videos. Is like I actually have to like make a conscious effort to sit in specific ways that make the chair less squeaky. And I hate it. I hate this chair. Yes, you can all hear the chair. Now I'm self-conscious about the chair. You're supposed to lie to me and be like, "Nah, you don't need to." Might need to tighten the screws. What screws? Sounds like the hinge on the pedestal is failing. Possibly. It's got that little thing that like stops it from leaning back, and that does occasionally like pop out, and I almost fall backwards. WD-40 time. WD-40 is actually, my understanding is that it's actually pretty terrible for use cases like this. It's like it's kind of a temporary, like it's a temporary lube that like wears off really quickly, but it gives people a sense of security, so they end up damaging their stuff more. I do, however, have super lube right here. I should probably put some of that on there. That would probably help it. I have this because I 3D print, and this is needed for the lead screws. And I also love the name. It's super lube. It sounds sexual, but do not ever put that inside you. Sean Helfin, thank you for redeeming the hat. Let's see. World's okay is bisexual. You get the bisexual hat. There we go. WD-40 just sucks in general. Blasphemy.
I have returned.
You have returned. Let's make the shit go away. Hi.
But I'm still here.
We were talking about my squeaky chair, which is suddenly quiet.
WD-40 is great.
Not according to Paige Wilder. Oh. who is elaborating on me saying that WD-40 is not great for situations like this chair.
WD-40 is good. It's used for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, there are reasons why it shouldn't be used as well.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Sereth, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.